The community cares. You want to see passion about basketball, come out to the Mayfest 3-on-3.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of it's packed. Community really cares about it. It's a big deal. We do our workouts in the spring and fall in the early morning, and we've got a full gym of kids. So community cares. There's a lot of passion. The kids want to get better. They put in the time. They care about winning more than what I do, and that's good, because as soon as that tide turns, then I don't necessarily care to do it anymore. But they've got a lot of passion for what they do and a lot of pride in it, and it makes it pretty special.
Now, keep in mind, my perspective a lot of the time is south of I-70 until we get to this point.
Yep.
But
I used to be there.
Well, I know, Eastern Beacon,
Yep.
There was such a talk about, the growing talk about Gary 21st Century, and with valid reasons, I certainly understand them. But was Westview overlooked a little bit? Gary 21st Century, they can score, they have great talent. You guys obviously get the win. Were we forgetting about Westview from that perspective?
Well, I don't know about forgetting about. And honestly, beginning of the year, I was doing the same thing. I was looking at Gary 21st. I was looking at Bishop Lures. I was looking at Oak Hill. I knew it was going to be an uphill battle for us to get here. It's a one-game regional. They have a lot of size, but they didn't go to their size a lot. Gary 21st didn't. They shot 26 threes, and I think they hit 4. 2 of those were in the last minute of the game. So, they missed a lot of shots, and things that we do well, we block out really well. So you get one shot. We shoot it well. We don't turn it over. We can attack you inside and outside. So when you kind of put those things together, it makes it to where we have a chance to win on every game that we play. It doesn't really matter the team, because those basic fundamental things they do really well. So and our guys have bought into those things that we talk about, and really a credit to our guys and how hard they've been able to fight and how much growth they've had since the beginning of the year.
2 more quick ones for you. This is a relatively young basketball team as far as varsity goes, and as far as being together.
Yeah.
Because I only see 3 seniors, and 2 of them I think were in the main mention that we had so far.
Yeah.
So relatively young.
Yeah, and we felt that way last year especially too. We brought pretty much everybody back, and the guys that we kind of added on are Pierce and Bryce, who shoot it really well or ball pressure really well. I think we're really fortunate to be here today, and I also think in the future we're in a good spot to have continued success at Westview.
Early perception of what you've seen about Park Heritage?
I think we're going to have to be able to guard number 23, Coach's kid, and the big guy. Those are going to be kind of 2 things we have to focus on. But they've got some guards that can get their shot off quickly. We got to make sure that we are able to be there with a high hand. I think they're pretty physical-looking guys, so we've got to block out well and not get knocked around. Be strong with the ball and things like that, and then be efficient on offense. We've got to make sure that we don't get we like to play a little faster, so sometimes we get a little shot happy off the first pass. We got to make sure that we don't do that, and we can go into the game and get a good start early and get into a flow. I do think I've never been here, but I do feel like getting off to a good start where we can get in a rhythm on both ends of just doing the things we typically do and not letting the atmosphere and the new environment be different for us. So that'll be something that we'll try to find some creative ways in practices to get us off to a start that we would like to get off to.